stuff with the chains on it. It just really, really does a great job. All right, four-wheel drive, low range. Yeah, I know this isn't very exciting, but I figured I'd make this video, and so I'll set the cruise control. I figured I'd make this video, and just so you guys can see what it looks like up here. I'll be the first to tell you, you're not missing a thing. Nice if I can get this done, you know, during daylight hours, but it just never works that way. Ever never works that way. Always doing it at night. So I am so thankful that I was able to get this tractor with the cab. Just might seem, I don't know what the right word is, I don't know, it might seem a bit of like a bit of a reach to say it changed my life, but honestly it really did. Yeah, it just makes things so much easier for me. It's actually, well, I don't know if I'd call it enjoyable. That's a bit of a stretch, but I guess it is. The other stuff leading up to it, not so much. But that stuff is what beats you up. But this part isn't too bad. Get the heat on, the radio if you want, set the cruise control, and talk to myself. See if I can come up with any good ideas. I can see a day not living up here though. I don't know when or how that'll happen, but I really hope that, I don't know, I really hope there could be a day when I don't have to do this anymore. It looks pretty bleak right now, but yeah, I don't know, just keep working hard, I guess. Do the best you can do, I guess. I don't know. I hope it all works out. But I really hope for a day when it can be in warm weather all year round. I'm not saying I wouldn't miss it here. I know that I would. I'd certainly miss living near the water. That's the biggest thing for me. No, I lived in Florida there for a little while, and LaBelle, Florida, in southwest Florida, down by Fort Myers. That was the hardest part, I think. Well, one of the harder parts, anyway, was being away from the water. And just being away from everybody and everything that I was familiar with, not knowing anybody. That was hard. Yeah. That is not something that I will forget anytime soon. And I don't know, down there I was pretty leery of well, everybody really. You know what it's like up here when you think you met somebody that's a friend, and you just have to be so careful, you know. There's so many people with ulterior motives. I don't know. It just makes it's just very hard to trust anybody. And then you're in this strange place. Yeah, it was just a whole dynamic that I had never run into at that time. And, I don't know. I'd like to think I'd do better with that now, but I don't know. Alright, now, I'm going to back up a little bit, carefully, and just run up to the neighbors quickly. This is a really funny spot in the road. Now, there's two funny spots in the road. This is one of them, where you really do want to choose your path a little bit carefully. There's a bit of a crown on this road right here. It's very, very easy to slide off. Not so much with this with chains, but I've actually pulled the UPS, FedEx, I've pulled both of those big trucks out of the ditch right there. We are currently right behind my garage. And this is Bay Ridge Road right here. Yeah, it's a good place to slip off right there. But like I said, I pulled. You get the cruise control set again here. Yeah, I pulled a handful of them out right there. What is nice now is that I bought this logging winch. It's on the back of my tractor. So if I myself slide off in this, as long as I don't tip it over or anything like that, yeah, it's pretty sweet because I can pull myself out. So that's quite nice. And if I slide off, yeah, see, things are getting a little funny right there. If I slide off with the pickup, I mean, as long as I'm within a reasonable proximity of the tractor, if I'm on my road or whatever, no big deal. I can get the tractor, and it's not often that I have help, so the winch will really make my life a heck of a lot easier. As far as that goes, so I can run up to the house, get the winch, I get the tractor, and come just slowly winch myself out. Jeez, bro, I remember the last time that happened. Oh my god, it was so frustrating. I almost made it to the top. I was driving a Jetta, I think. One of my old cars. I don't remember the exact situation. I hadn't put my snow tires on or something like that yet. And at any rate, I almost made it to the crest of the hill. I was so close. Anyway, doesn't matter. I didn't make it. So I stopped right in the middle of the road. And I couldn't do anything. That's where I was. And that's that. So what did I don't remember what I did. I ran up and I got, I don't remember, the truck or my tractor. I think I got I got the tractor. And I was alone, which, if you don't know, is a real bitch to do that by yourself. So I backed all the way down the hill, within reach of the car with a chain. I hooked a chain to it and a strap, and got, as close to it as I dared to, and got hooked onto it. And I left the car in gear, so that way I could drag it up over the hill, and that way I could stop, unhook the chain, and it wouldn't roll down the hill. And I just remember falling in my face like 5 or 6 times. I was not happy at all by the time I got back. Not even a little bit. Alright, so this is the neighbor's. Yeah, nice place. The house is right there. Anyway, I'm going to keep going here so that I don't get caught up in conversation here. This is where it's a huge garage. One big bay there, another little bay there. But I have my Camaro. Well, he's got, let me back up. 2 bays there, and there's a driveway right here. And if you drive in that driveway, there's another 3 bays going this way. And so I'm trading him, you know, keeping his drive plowed. I'm trading him that for storage. He's a super nice guy. Really, really nice guy. Great neighbor to have. And I really didn't expect this, but he let me have 2 garage bays in trade for that, you know, and which is just totally awesome, you know. And honestly, and I told him this, I mean, I'd plow him out anyway. I like the guy. It's not a big deal. I like using my tractor, you know, whatever. But yeah, he seems to be good at it, so it's pretty awesome. I do have plans for storage next year. I've got a building that I bought. I think I've said this in a previous video, maybe not. I don't remember how big it is. 30 by 60. I think. And yeah, I think it's 30 by 60. I split it with a friend, so I've got a 30 by 30 portion, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, that's right. I split it with a good friend of mine, Jeff, and yeah, anyway, it's probably a fair chance Jeffrey won't do anything with his half. If he doesn't, I'll just buy the other half off him or whatever. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So next year, my storage situation will hopefully be, you know, that whole problem will be dealt with. I hope, anyway. You have to be a little bit careful right there. There's some rocks and stuff in there you don't really want to get into. I'll just cuff out the I've got to pay attention to where the hell I'm going here. Turn my lights on too. I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna cuff out the end of his driveway here. I always try to do a good job. I don't like leaving a mess. I know I'm coming back, but once it is done snowing, but I still don't like leaving a mess. It doesn't look good. I know he doesn't care. He's one of the, probably one of the easiest going people I've ever met in my life. He's just a really, really good guy. Really feel blessed to have him as a neighbor, because boy, I'll tell you, it can be a lot different. Alright, that's probably good for now. He's got a 4-wheel drive, and I know he can get out anyway. Let me turn my fan on here. Just get a little air circulation here. Alright, I'm going to back right up. This is the last house. Well, no, that's not true. Next to the last house. There is one more further down here that my aunt used to own. Now this guy, John, he owns it now. I'll tell you, me and this guy did not start off on the right foot. But now, let me wipe off my door here. Yeah, now, you know, I don't know what happened, but I get along good with him now. Whatever, that's old news, and we get along pretty well. He has a beautiful home. I mean, it's pretty first class stuff. It's a view, like, can't really see it, but yeah, beautiful home. Just multi-million-dollar home. Just a really, really nice place. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm not going to get into the whole thing on this video here, but we used to have a thing with the road maintenance. Didn't exactly see eye to eye. But that's old news now, and you know, he's charging me money and stuff, and I'm taking care of the road anyway. And like this, as you can see, it's kind of funny because now, you know, after a couple years had passed, he started sending me a check every year, and he still does, which is really nice of him. I mean, honestly, I don't really care about the money. Neighbors. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it helps with the cost of the sand for sanding or whatever, but anyway, had a happy ending. We get along just fine now, so, which I am thankful for. There's yeah, it just sucks not being friendly with the neighbors. Alright, I gotta set this camera down just for a sec. Okay, here we go. That rear view camera sure is handy. It's handy because I know if somebody comes up behind me, you know, because I'm driving at a whopping 2.6 miles an hour right now, so it's nice to know if somebody's behind me, so they can pull over for them. Right here, really funny spot. You really want to use caution right here and go slow. I think that's just gonna wrap things up here pretty quick. There's my garage right there. And that, if you go that way, takes you down to Route 1. I've done a lot of work in here this past summer, and I had some wonderful neighbors. And I almost called them out. I'm not going to do that though, but some neighbors on the other side up by Caswell Hill, you know who you are, with some amazing kids that came and they helped me with all the brush. And I'll tell you, they are a force to be reckoned with. They are no joke. They my God, made me tired just watching them. They got it done though. There's still some more that I'd like to do, but you know, we don't want to throw it into shock. And do it all at once. It'll be there next year. But I'm very, very happy with what they did for me. My only complaint, I do have one complaint about them, and I will say it here, they don't charge enough. They need to double down on their prices. No, they're probably the best neighbors I've ever had. I guess they're neighbors, yeah. The customers, good friends, are just, yeah, definitely somebody I feel like I could call on anytime, and somebody you can trust, and it really means a lot to me. There's not many people in this world that you can say that about, but they are one of them. They're good people, and yeah, gives you a little faith in humanity. Those are the kinds of people, though, you know, I would do anything for them. Would absolutely always be there for them anytime. They can call me anytime, and I'd help them with most anything, because I know that they would do that for me. So, and they do it with a smile on their face, you know. Very genuine people. It's really thankful that I met them. All right, and yeah, it's this past Christmas there, just a few days ago. They were nice enough. They dropped off some goodies for you know, Christmas or whatever. And